Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we're taking a look at Assetto Corsa Competizione on Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X. So Xbox Series S is on the left, Xbox Series X is on the right. This is pretty close comparison. They are both running 60 frames a second. One of them's running on my monitor, the other one running on my 4K OLED. This is actually pretty freaking close. They both look incredible. Now, I know that it's taken me a while to actually put together a video for this game after the patch came out, and there's a reason for that. I have been playing this mostly on my PC now. I was going to add some PC footage in here, but I just don't necessarily think that is 100%. I don't think we need that. I don't think we need that. It's just going to leave a lot of people wanting for the most part. Plus, all I can do is capture that at 60 frames a second on PC anyways, and having the way higher frame rate is awesome. So here's my thing with this. I wish that these guys would implement 120 hertz mode for this game. Even if they have to drop it to 1440p for Series X and maybe even a little bit lower for the Series S, I feel like they can do that with this version of the game. I think that's the one thing I would really like to see them focus on. So like I said in the previous video, they are going to be implementing the tire model that is on the PC. And I can tell you right now, that is like, it's a big enough difference to where you're gonna want that. Like you're gonna want that. So let me go ahead and go over let me go ahead and go over like what I'm seeing on here. So on the Xbox Series X, it appears you are getting a locked 4K image, which every once in a while, like you'll see in the video, it'll kind of like skip a little bit. That's when the frame rate is kind of drops. And you got to understand that like this here is just on practice, so it's kind of interesting that it is dropping frames at all, but running this at native 4K, that is kind of a tall order. This game here is extremely detailed. I mean, you can already see just looking inside the cockpit of both of these cars. Now, this is only cockpit video. If you're wanting to see some, chase cam or something like that, this is a game that you just don't necessarily want to play. And oh, look at my wreck there. That was so bad. This is a game that you necessarily wouldn't want to play with chase cam. I don't think that the chase cam really is really that great for playing this game. It kind of looks a little stale. Like it's just. It looks like the track's moving and not the car. It's kind of weird. But when you're in the cockpit view in this, oh my freaking gosh! Just look at how dramatic or dynamic this looks. I mean, and I'm playing right now with just the locked head cam, so that you can kind of get a good sense of how the game looks this way. This game is incredible. I love the way it feels on the after this update. The way it looks. It really is great. It's got for the most part, the frame rate stays pretty locked. It's just every once in a while you'll notice it like skip or maybe it's a frame pacing thing, because you don't ever feel like you're really losing like control or anything. So maybe it's just a frame pacing issue on the Series X version. But if you notice the Series S, man, that little puppy right there, it stays pretty locked. It stays pretty stable the whole freaking time. It's kind of a beast, man. And to see just how much detail you still retain on the Series S version. Now this is the Nürburgring, so I'm hoping that you can kind of tell. I did a few laps on here just so I could kind of let you guys see. I will have kind of like the sound, like you'll be able to hear why we're playing too. And then after this, I kind of left just some video of just the Series X version. This game is incredible, man. This game is incredible. If you have a Series X or Series S and you love racing, this is incredible. Now, I am playing the Series S over on the 1440p monitor, and it looks just as clean as the 4K version running on my 4K TV. Like, it looks really, really clean. All the detail is still there. I mean, you do obviously get better shine and reflection inside the cockpit on the Series X model. Now, I can't tell you if that's ray tracing or not. If you look up, you can kind of see like the dashboard in the roof right above me. I don't necessarily know if that's ray tracing or not. Like, I don't think so, but I mean, it is possible that is ray tracing. I mean, you can see every time you move the hand, it kind of goes across that. But they didn't say anything about ray tracing, so I don't think that is ray tracing. I think that it just adds to the immersion. It looks pretty cool, and it doesn't have to be ray tracing because clearly that looks pretty good. I mean, you can actually see the number when you slow down. It switches even in the reflection. So I mean, that's pretty cool. Like, it's pretty accurate. Like, it does. It adds to the immersion. As you can tell over here on the rear view camera mirror, clearly it's a lot higher fidelity over on the Xbox Series X. On the Series S, it still looks decent. It's not distracting or anything. You do retain a lot of the visuals on the Series S model. Like, you really do. It looks incredible. Either way you play this game, it doesn't really matter. All the tracks hold up pretty well. So it's actually one of those things that really that's where I stopped it, and then I just started just so you can see the whole Series X. Like, the sense of speed on this game is freaking incredible. It looks good. It feels good. It's one of those things where like. And I am playing this with a controller on both consoles so that you can kind of see, I mean, it is something that you can 100% do. You can get better at doing that. It's actually fairly decent. The rumble on the Series X actually feels pretty dang good in this game. Like, Assetto Corsa Competizione is by far my favorite track racing simulation game out of everything on the market right now. It feels better. It's more intuitive. You got a better sense of speed with being able to set the cockpit view the way I have it right now. Gives you better spatial awareness, especially when you're racing other people. It really just, gosh, man, it just really freaking comes out. This game has come a long way since launch. When they first launched it, it had like a 30 FPS, 30 FPS, and I was like, oh, are you serious? And yeah, that was. That was pretty harsh to try to play this game at a 30 FPS with a 30 FPS camera. But now that they've got that fixed, it's 60 FPS. It feels good. It runs great. You by the time they get that new tire model out, this game is going to be even better. So I highly recommend this. This game is $40, $39.99. I do recommend buying all the DLC for it because there is a lot of extra tracks that you're going to want. You get the GT4 cars, you get some extra cars. There should be another update coming. They said we'll have that tire model by the end of the summer, and then you will have the newest DLC that just launched for the PC, and then here first of next year, sometime in the spring or so, you should have the next DLC that's coming out. They're bringing some tracks from America, so you'll get Watkins Glen, I believe, and Indianola or something. So I don't remember what one that was, but if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.